This is Micah Wills. I'll be talking about my journals and reading a journal entry. So first, how did I choose my character? My character is a poor farm boy in the first entry, and I chose him because I wanted my character to come up from struggle, have to work for what he had in life instead of the average at the time, what you would expect from someone in the 20s. So my character is young, and through the journals, you see him grow up into a man. So, how did I choose my storyline in prompts? So, my storyline, I borrowed ideas from hip hop, just ideas of coming from nothing to create drama. And I wanted a character who had relationship issues. So my character has issues with, his parents, and he has a wife he has issues with, and throughout the journals he is keeping up his relationship with his daughter. So I wanted there to be a lot of drama based around relationships, just because I found that interesting and not as cliche as probably what Mr. Ligovitz would have expected. Challenge is making these journals. So I procrastinated making the journals. So the biggest challenge for me was making something I was proud of in a short amount of time, and I only partially succeeded. Part of the most working time I had was on a bus, and it was hard to focus and just make quality work while riding a bus. So things I enjoyed about this, not much. I would have enjoyed this if I had more time, but I didn't, and so I didn't really get to make it my own and make it unique and special as I would have, but I made do. So details about my character. My character in the very first journal, he's introduced, he's 18 years old, and he's starting a new chapter in his life. My character is very determined, not very self-entitled, and he's a very hard worker, and he has a lot of love for his daughter. And so that is the main driving point in the story, as my journals portray. So his name is Wesley Peterson, and I'm going to read the most important journal, in my opinion. This is the very first journal. Here we go. Journal 1, December 5th, 1920. Only 2 months till I get to see you. I better do something quick if I'm going to be able to support you. I can barely support your mother and mine, but as long as you're healthy, that's all that matters for the time being. Just thinking ahead. Today, life changes forever. God has opened a new chapter for us. Let me explain. 7 years ago, your deadbeat grandfather bought land in a desolate town called Norris. There, we built a wheat farm. We were lucky to begin farming when we did, but things have taken a downturn this year. You see, when crop prices fell, my father didn't have the funds to support both his family and his drinking habit. The government is mad if they think the Volstead Act can keep that man from his ways. When I learned that you were on the way, I knew that you were my sign from God that something had to be done. That, along with other complications, led your mother, your grandmother, and me to pursue life in Chicago. As I write this letter, we are on a train, leaving your grandfather forever. The man is a drunkard, an abusive husband, and a pathetic farmer, and I pray you never meet him. Your grandmother and I have finally raised enough money to part ways with the old wretch. I'm going to do everything I can to give you a shot at life, away from a shed, away from an abusive household, away from desolation. I will find my place in the factories in the city, using everything I have and everything I know to provide you with a stable childhood, nothing like mine. Regardless, your mother doesn't exactly agree with my decisions to head for Chicago, but since I made the money to haul us out of that town and away from my father, I get to choose where we live. She doesn't understand how hard I'm willing to work. Nothing but the sweat of my brow got us out of that shack. And with time, and with the same work ethic, I will give you the life I never had. I never want you to wonder if your father loves you. I do this all for you, and you're not even here yet. Welcome to Mom and Dad's crazy world. Love, Daddy. Maple-flavored kisses, buttered pancakes, and swirls.